Ryan Newman races DiBenedetto hard in the closing laps before he loses the lead and finishes P2.
Timmy, you're up.
We're just throwing him into the fire here?
Yes.
Okay, basically spot on if you like it, spot off if you don't like it.
And why?
Well, for me, I think it's a spot off, I guess. I don't think he should have raced him that quite as that hard. And reason being is there's no problem. I have no problem whatsoever with lap cars racing leaders to keep their lap, but I always have a thing, and we're always really respectful in the closing lap, especially when you got a guy chasing you, to let those guys race it out, because at that point in the race, it's all but over. But in the first half of the race, or even three-quarters of the way through, I got no problem with somebody racing for their lap, and that's just kind of how I see it.
Yeah.
I don't think Ryan was trying. I think a lap car, he wasn't trying to get held up by the lap. But you got to understand here, Newman is in a points battle himself right here. He's on the bubble right where he's in your battle there. Ryan is doing the best he can. I don't know who was around him that he's racing at the time. 1 point to Ryan Newman right now is big. So I get Ryan. It's not like Ryan was trying to wreck Matt. There was a slow car on the bottom in front of them, and Ryan felt like he couldn't get caught up behind the guy, which I don't know if it was going to cost him a point or what. I don't know, but he's in a tough spot. If that's a point, if he got a point out of that, or prevented from losing a point, I don't know why you could think he'd be wrong.
Ryan Newman and Ricky Stenhouse, when I catch those guys, I literally go, oh, here we go. You're in for a battle to pass them. And it's almost like trying to pass a kidney stone to get by them guys, right? Typically I would be on DiBenedetto's side, but TJ just made arguably the best point he's ever made on this show. Ryan Newman is racing for his entire season. There were about 20 laps to go when Matt caught him. Yes, he held Matt up, but if Ryan Newman stays on the lead lap and a caution comes out and he's running 8th, it gives him an opportunity to potentially go get a top 5, because you're 8th, you're going to get the top on a restart. There are a lot of positives for him to stay on the lead lap. And in addition, here's where it gets tricky. Once Matt got by him, then Ryan's brain went off and said, I don't need this guy to win this race, because if he wins this race, I'm going to be now fighting for 15th in points, because 16th in points is no longer good enough to make the playoff. So he didn't hold Denny Hamlin up at all. So best case scenario for Ryan Newman, he's still got a good finish, still had a good points night, and even though he didn't finish on the lead lap, the guy that needed to win the race for Ryan Newman, the 11 car, did. So For Ryan Newman, spot on. For Matt DiBenedetto, the underdog story, the guy who clearly had a terrible first half of his season, second half of his season's going really well. It sucks, but, man, that's Bristol.
Matt had a chance to make the playoffs if he wins that race. Ryan had a chance to miss the playoffs if he lose. How do you blame either one of them? They're both doing their jobs without wrecking each other. I mean, I don't blame the guy.
Fans were mad.
I guess I didn't even think about it from that aspect. Yeah, I guess Matt did win that race.
The fans are mad because they wanted the feel-good story, which is great. Matt drove a great race, but Ryan's crew guys his whole team deserves where they're to be.
Yeah.
So let them figure it out. You can't get mad at somebody for racing, man. That's what we're there to do. No. And that guy is there to race and make his season. What if Ryan goes from here and wins the championship? What are we going to say? That's probably because he came down to that.
Yep.
So.
Yep. For sure. If he's 16th in points when we leave Indianapolis and he's in the playoff, it came down to that.
Yeah. How do you blame a guy for that? They pay him to do that. Yeah. That's his job to do.
And he does it well, by the way.
He does it well, but that's Ryan, man. We all know when you catch Ryan Newman that you have your hands full. He's very good at not making mistakes. He's very good at putting the car and making it very hard for you to pass. When you pass Ryan Newman, you've earned it.
Yeah.
Hey, get excited.
Hey, I am excited. We got a new sponsor, OfferPad. They give you an easy way to buy or sell your home. All you got to do is hit OfferPad.com.
OfferPad. Move freely.